All right, so we're going to sketch this cosec function with all these transformations in this video. So whenever I want to sketch a cosec function, I like to always draw the reciprocal first and just the reciprocal with the x transformations. So I'm just going to do a quick sketch of sine 0.2 x plus pi over 2, and then I'm going to use this sketch to draw my reciprocal. So over here, I know my k value is 0.2, so my period is going to be 2 pi over 0.2, which is 10 pi. And I have a phase shift of pi over 2 to the left. Let me quickly draw this sine function out. So a sine function usually starts at our equation of axis 0, 0, but it's shifted to the left by pi over 2. So my starting point over here is pi over 2. To get my ending point, I'm going to add my period. It's negative. So negative pi over 2 plus 10 pi is just 19 pi over 2. Then I can find the midpoint of these two. So if I do the midpoint, I get 9 pi over 2. Can do the midpoint of these two. That's going to be my maximum with an x value of 4 pi over 2. And my minimum will be at an x value of, to the midpoint of these two, that's just 14, actually 7 pi. So now I'm going to sketch my sine wave like this. So that's one period of just the x transformations of the sine wave. So now I'll sketch my reciprocal based on this. I know I'm going to have my vertical asymptotes at my zeros, so I will draw those first. X equals negative pi over 2. X equals 9 pi over 2, and x equals 19 pi over 2. Once I have my vertical asymptotes, I'll start marking my y values based on my a value and my c value. So my equation of axis is negative 2 over here, and then my amplitude is 4. So I'm going to do negative 2 plus 4, which is positive 2 for my maximum, and negative 2 minus 4, which is negative 6 for my basically minimum. But technically, in a reciprocal function, these are inverted. This is actually my local minimum. This is actually my local maximum value. Okay, now to do the sketch. So if I look over here, my maximum is at 4 pi over 2. So typically speaking, this maximum would turn into a minimum and it would go upwards like this at 4 pi over 2. But what I notice is I have a reflection in the x-axis. So instead of it being U-shaped like this with the local minimum, it's going to reflect in the x-axis, and it's actually going to be like this on the bottom. And then this part is below the axis, which means it would normally be below, but because of the reflection in the x-axis, it's now going to be above. So the x value of this is just 7 pi, and then it's just going to be flipped because of the reflection in the x-axis. So it is going to look like that. And then you could continue infinitely on both sides, repeat the same pattern. But I'm just going to draw one cycle of this.